I am the PK to the PK and Prof. I'm Deborah, and we're back again saying, hey, 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 hey.
Love the shoes.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, I'm the prof. We,
We just keep talking about our journey. And I think where we left off
thank you, baby.
was how we just kept on understanding and misunderstanding how families blended, right? Because we didn't know what that looked like, because all Doc Hop and I cared about was us. We were so in love. We were married. We were like, yes, yes, because you know what? It's an interesting factor when you've given a lifetime to a family and a unit, and then you turn around and decide to do it again.
No regrets.
No retreats and no returns. So here we go one more time. We put this in one more time, and we're a little older this time, and our kids are older. So how it goes is this. It's like the fairy tale goes. All the three little piggies are in the house. All the three little bears are in the house, except there are 5 of those grown kids. Right. Nobody likes nobody. Nobody wants to deal with nobody. Nobody knows nobody. No one understands the dynamics of a relationship with anybody in that household, and how Dr. Hopson and I speak as the PK and Prof. And we talk about relationships, and we talk about being dogs and cats, and understanding people's expectations and people's happiness and people's challenges, and how they're their own, and how we can't manage them, and how we should accept them. This is how this goes with a blended unit. So we decided to send our kids to Jamaica. We spent a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I was somewhere else, but I think part of that was realizing that they were in a space in their life of growing, and as young adults, they have their own wings, they have their own journeys, and we wanted to encourage them to take their own journeys. And when folk come to 607, they can see that we've got images and poems about them. Their artwork is all in our house.
We're talking about our blended though, baby.
Yeah, but we're switching
and so
to
we're still talking about how it wasn't easy for them to blend. We're not talking about.
I thought we were going across the ocean.
I thought we were
Sunday
still
dinners.
blended family.
Nah, we Sunday dinners.
So nobody wants to talk about the
We did
blended
that.
family.
We did that.
Okay, I guess we're done with that.
No, but it's a continual process, because part of our settling in meant that they were coming back into the house. So that's real. But we were also.
But we're talking about how they're coming back into the house. So when we're starting to blend, so how they came back into the house is different than how it was a beginning blend, in my mind. But if you imagine that to be the same thing, it's not to me.
No, it's just not where my head was in the conversation. I was going to across the ocean. But if you want to go back to the kids, that blending is continual. So if we could just take a little bit just to across the ocean.
No one wants to talk about the blended family, is what I hear. I feel like it's a touchy subject. Our kids didn't want to appear, and I find, quite frankly, that you're retreating on that. You are. You're taking the let's just go on to something else thing. But it's okay, because I'm not even judging that. I get it.
No, we can.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Let's go across the ocean.
I just thought we were. I thought we were at Sunday dinner. That's what I thought we were.
No, okay.
Yeah, I thought we were at Sunday dinner.
Okay.
So
then we can go to Sunday dinner.
So if you want to talk about the kids, I mean,
No,
the kids are
it was a
fun.
very small speak on that. I wasn't finished. You didn't have anything.
No, I didn't. I spoke on it, but we can speak about the kids more than blending, because I thought the thing was, as well, in addition to blending, we were building community. So yeah, we were blending, but we were building community. We were settling in. We were creating
No,
simple
what
things.
we were talking about. We were talking about blending. We're
Yeah.
not talking about our community building. We know we did that.
But-
We know we did
And
our
our kids were
Sunday.
part of that. Our kids have seen that.
They were not a part of it. Let's be real. They were not. Where were our kids? Nowhere in our house.
Aya's seen the
Aya
most.
was.
Yeah, she's seen the most
She's
of
the
it.
only one. But the rest of them weren't. So they didn't see that community build. They heard of it.
And they know
heard
that,
of
and
it.
they know that we do it because they know that who we are as the people that we are. They know that we have community.
I understand that. I
Yeah.
believe that.
So, but I mean the coming together of blending. I remember very clearly us sitting down with the oldest two, sitting down at a restaurant, really asking them, but letting them know as pack leaders, because now I'm, zoned in a bit, that we were planning to live a life, and we were asking them how they wanted to participate. That was over lunch with the two oldest, and they said things like they wanted us to be happy, they were accepting at that moment, and we didn't look back. Now, the process of doing that is deeper, of course, and so, I mean, I'm going to the steps that we did, the things that we could control in terms of our blending.
I understand that moment, and I see that moment, and I don't think that they knew what to say. Actually, they didn't know what to say. They didn't know what to say or what to do or how to be. And I'm going to say that in our blended unit, as we've come together in this thing, as this has happened, I've had some of my relationships become different. My different relationships with my daughters, because with us, we've always been together. And so every time as we get ready to cross the ocean and cross different paths, it's never occurred to them that mom or dad wouldn't be there. Now, dad, they've lost. Now they have another lovely person to take care of them in their life, their stepdad. But I've never not been with my girls. So I don't know that I'm so much in agreement as our blend was so easy, because I didn't find it that easy.
I didn't say it was easy. No, we were intentional.
Yeah, we were
With the things
intentional,
that
but
we
I don't
could.
know that I don't even think that it was real. Our intentions, I don't think that we knew. That's what I'm saying.
The things that we can control, then I thought we could control. We were intentional about bringing things together and communicating with multiple aspects of our family, from the kids to the rents to the bros. We did that, but we didn't have no control of how they were going to take it and how that would look when you left the whole. Because we remember we had. I have 5 mamas-in-laws, from my birth mom to my first wife's mom. You brought me 3 moms. Thank you so much. Bruh's mom, your mom, Z, and I got Marilyn. All the moms, and so I needed that blending for me. You fill some gaps because I needed some other levels of relationships to balance the things that I had and didn't have. Same with dads. You brought me 2 dads in that blend. I had a relationship with a physical relationship with my own dad, but that's not the kind of relationship that I needed and have with these 2 gentlemen, one that just recently passed. And so those things have been important in terms of filling a gap of blending. Kids, yes, we had one level. Bros, that was also very intricate how we communicated with them. And that question was, well, which one of the bros did your family, right? Chapter bro, like how did you speak to, who were the bros you spoke to? Who were the closest bros? And then individually speaking to those bros and communicating, like we had those conversations. Those
You
things.
gotta explain who the brothers are. The brothers are the brothers of Omega Psi Phi.
Ooh,
That's and
we're still here.
right. And so when Hopson and I, my first husband was the same. He was a member of Omega Psi Phi, and so he was in the same chapter as my current husband. And so, of course, there's scuttlebutt and talk.
All that meant that we needed to communicate very clearly what we were doing to multiple levels of family and blend. Bros, kids, rents, and grands. And we did that. we did that. That I remember between what's the address? What's the address 43? What's the address of Urbina?
1745.
From 1745 and 4284 to 4417
to 312
to 312 to 607.
607.
Right.
Those are our addresses. I've never had that many numbers in my life. I should play them if there's ever a situation, because I've never moved as a little brown girl from Washington, D.C., born and bred. So when people say I'm a native Washingtonian, I'm a native Washingtonian.
Amen.
Style. Africans stop every 10 minutes because they got to stop at Aunt Tilly's house and Aunt Millie's house, and they got to go to Tate Mokonjo's house, and they got to stop and get the rods for the fence.
I lied.
You lied your ass off. It was a good
it's really
10 hours.
It's a good 10.
Yeah, I'm a native. I ain't live in D.C. I ain't live in the outskirts. I grew up. I went to every single school I went to within Washington, D.C.
Chocolate City.
And I love that. I
City.
love that. I love that Boo is bringing me to the heart of the district, because I had gone to school not so very far away, and I really didn't understand. I didn't really have. I'm a New Yorker by birth, so folk are floating to D.C. I'm like, D.C. Who's D.C.? Who are these
Did
people?
you go to middle school and all that in New York?
Yeah. So I just went to college.
Okay.
At UVA.
Okay.
And so by virtue
You
of
went
that,
to middle school in Loomis Chaffee.
man, that's high school, sweetie. So I'm still on East Coast, but still, point of it is, without shouting out all the details, but getting to DC for me was, it was roundabout position, and then I finally moved in when we moved in 4417, and so that blend that we did over that led to we blended all the way up to marriage, essentially. I mean, that you sang to me at engagement with niggas all packed up in the house, like standing room only, some Stevie, sang to me some Stevie, took the house down, all that was blending, relationships, family, community.
I have things. I'm a preacher's kid. You know, all preacher's kids know how to sing.
Ooh.
That's what we do.
Lovely.
So, yes. I didn't want to bore him with my trouble.
That's cute.
Yeah, so.
It was lovely.
It was
lovely. But that was the blend. It had multiple levels, because we're now 40-year-old niggas. And so 40 niggas got different things than 20, 30 even. And so 40 niggas, we got I had to also take it to the continent, because she was seeing a domestic side, US side, but I had a whole nother family on the other side that I needed to introduce her to properly.
Oh, so we started in Jamaica. That's always the easiest black people start. Black people could always get a ticket to Jamaica.
That hooked us up.
Everybody
all
go,
expense
always
paid,
go.
week after
My pop sent us to Jamaica for a
Beautiful.
honeymoon.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's where we went. That's my first time.
The Big Joan right near St. Lucia.
Oh no,
we're not
we
holler,
went on the
biggest Joan.
We went to the
Everybody
Palladium.
knows it.
Yeah,
We're not shouting them out. They ain't all about them.
I'm just saying, we just gonna give a little show. We trying to get a little promotion up this motherfucker too. Damn, nigga, what? Nigga
Right
breathe in and nigga breathe out.
Continue.
I'm just saying. So then we began traveling.
Yeah, get your order.
Sorry, cut.
This is y'all lunch.
Can you cut?
No, we ain't cutting. No, just
Yeah,
get your
I gotta
order.
get their lunch.
I know where we are.
Okay.
So
Excuse me.
yeah. So you just come back into the flow. So it was lovely. I mean, what Babe was speaking to was us getting across the water a little bit more. The Jamaica piece was great. I can't remember whether I have been to Jamaica, but the point is,
Hobson has been across the
Can't
motherfucking
remember what
ocean
happened.
1,000 times.
Maybe the Negril.
He was a Fulbright scholar in his whole life. That's how we even ended up in Africa. So the mere fact that I felt like Jamaica and all the Caribbean islands were small feet to him because he's been to New Zealand, he's been to blah blah blah, he's been to all these places, but him to take me to Africa to meet his family was a different thing because he's been there. He's been going back and forth. He met his first wife there, quite frankly. So
Point is.
So yeah.
Can I get one?
fine.
Can I get one?
Can I ask real quick? The first wife is from there, or no? Or you just met her there?
Yeah.
She's from there.
Met her there.
Okay.
When I was in Namibia.
Okay.
No, she's not from Namibia. I met her in Namibia.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Zambia,
exactly. So point is, as we were beginning to travel, we like the islands. It's black people. So as long as there's black, we have language issues that we navigate.
I don't think so badly.
No, we don't. Not because we go to English-speaking places mostly.
Yeah, we do. We mostly do go to English-speaking places. We try our best.
There's a lot of English-speaking black people places in the world.
Yeah, no, they're very
and so
much.
And so here we were in Jamaica, but then we have been to Jamaica more than once. We took a student to Jamaica one time who, in the community that we built, sometimes people don't have family to go. They traveled with us to Jamaica one time. We went back for our anniversary.
For our anniversary, yeah.
A year, half ago, Montego Bay. So we like to, and it recharges us. And that's part of the thing of going to the Virgin Islands piece, some work that we have there for summers. We used to go there for the last 3 or 4 summers, right before last summer, before we moved, we came back and forth to Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, there over the last 3-4 years consecutively.
Yes.
With work, with students, the same students that sit with us at
they
Sunday
come
dinner.
all the time.
From
the
Sunday
same
dinner.
Sunday dinner, yeah.
These same Negroes who come by and eat with us and travel with us.
So you travel with
They have Halloween parties at our house. You married a couple at the house.
Yes, I did.
I mean, so 607 for us has been that community building place. For us to build and have a root before we
decided
and move out
that
to the next thing. To the next thing.
And that and all of those kids felt some sort of way about our move out. We can't believe Auntie Deb, Uncle Hop, you guys are leaving? How are you guys gonna leave? What are you saying?
They stay for 3 years and leave, but they don't want us to leave.
But they don't want us to leave. They did not want us to leave. Sunday dinner was the greatest thing ever. When we look at Big Mama, we all know that we know Sunday dinner as African Americans see them, but we had so many nationalities come, so many different dishes, so much camaraderie, so many different levels of understanding and conversation. It was lovely. And it just carries itself on. It's not changed.
That Sunday dinners went on for years.
Yeah,
it's actually still going on in our absence, in our house.
In our absence, in our house. We still have our 24-year-old that lives there in our house. Harvey, we do still have someone watching our thing. So here's what we want to say again. We want to reiterate and iterate that life is better spent with a partner, a purpose, and a plan. Happy Founders Day, Rob.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna celebrate.
I'm not the bruh.
I'm
not the bruh.
Appreciate you, babe.
I'm not the bruh.
Appreciate you, babe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, that's not. He meant to say that. That's what he meant to say.
I'm gonna be out with the bruhs later. And
now I'm gonna go out with him and impose on his entire night, and not him not be out with the bruh.
I'm gonna say
I
one
was
thing.
gonna stay home and just be in the house, and now I'm gonna just go out and be like, "Hey, baby."
I'm gonna say one thing.
You can laugh.
Well,
Better than that.
I didn't follow you. I was so
you
busy.
follow me.
I was
Yes,
so busy
you
thinking
did.
about what I was saying.
You lie. You wrap it up.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm not the brat.
I appreciate you, babe.
Yeah.
I mean, for a lot of reasons. One, when you speak about the bruhs as well, I'm reminded of a challenge that one of the founders put out at the end of the First World War about the challenge that demanded a certain kind of men at this time. And when you remind me that it's partner, plan, and purpose, it just is full circle for us to be together. Because it's one thing for the man to be out there, but it's another thing when you're there with him. So, even though you got the Redskins, you got all that.
Everybody can't win.
You got all that.
Yeah, we can't all be
all
winners.
That beautiful maroon on.
Thank you.
How we gonna sign off?
So we off here?
We are the PK and the Prof, and you know what? You guys can talk about your journeys as well, but please always remember, no regret, no retreat, and no return.
Classroom, the boardroom, avoid the courtroom. Black life is real, man, this is not a cartoon. Feel like a tiger in a zoo. Wish a motherfucker would try to take from me and mine like a motherfucker could. Wipe the rust off before I bust off. Bama's up.